Welcome back to another episode of The Boys Next Door.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. We are coming off of ending our wedding season this weekend. We had two amazing weddings on Saturday and Sunday. Shout out to the girls, Jen and Christina. You were iconic.
It was a good weekend.
It was really good.
Crazy though. It was
a lot.
packed.
But I would say they both got really classically beautiful winter wedding vibes.
All you would hope for in this season.
I know they both wanted a little bit of snow, no snow.
At least, I always tell them though, at least it's not raining. Because
I heard one of the girls be like, at least it's not wet and damp.
True. Very true.
In the winter.
No, it's very true.
So
It can be, and sometimes, yeah, I feel like they did have beautiful. It was crisp, no humidity, because it kept on going all over.
And they both were all about having Christmas decor at the venue, which I think is very specific. But I feel like if you're getting married in December, that the venue is going to have something.
Right? I feel like you have to embrace that season if you're getting married that close, to the holiday.
Oh yeah, we've had brides literally take pictures in their sleigh.
But I feel like I would ask. I remember at our wedding, there was one pumpkin outside,
but that was fine.
It was just one.
Yeah, I didn't want to wrap lanterns.
Yeah, but it was around October, so I felt like
No, but it's so nice. We're back in the studio today filming for you guys.
A new episode
called "Why Are You Showing Up Like a Slopopotamus?"
But where are you? Not just in life.
I mean, it could be applied to life.
Could be in life, but we're talking about on location. We work with all different makeup artists and hairstylists.
Yes, we are in the AEB, which I like to say.
He's the same.
But it really is the appearance enhancement business.
Which he just told me before we started. He's like, it's on our license. And I was like,
yes, one of our licenses to operate an appearance enhancement business. So what that means is we're doing hair and makeup for people and we're giving their appearance a boost.
Right. So your appearance when doing said services should be
poppin'.
Clean. At the very least, clean. At this point, I would say polished, clean. I mean, they tell you, I feel like in beauty school about clean hair and nails, and they would prefer if you just wear black all the time.
And listen, we've worked somewhere, both retail, whatever, where they're like, you have to wear all black or
the best, worst,
or black, white, and gray. And honestly, I love having a whole section of all black in the closet.
It's still a good go-to if I feel conflicted on if I want to look casual or say we're doing something outside of the salon, makeup wise, or I feel like if I show up in all black, no matter what.
Okay, what are you wearing?
I would just wear black.
Okay, well, what?
Black jeans, black shirt, a black t-shirt. I'm always big on a Hanes black t-shirt.
You're always layer, because anybody that works with what we do, you're always sweating by the second or third person.
I'm sweating right now. I'm always sweating. So layering, but yeah, I do a black light jacket. I usually do a black Doc Martens. I'm wearing brown ones right now, but I feel like those are always good go-to because if you go do hair and makeup for an event and then afterwards you're going to some sort of a wrap party or just having drinks with people after or going out.
Black always looks clean.
You can show up anywhere and still feel like, oh, I look dressed. Where if I wore a trendy jean that has tears in them, it might have been great for a
holy pair of jeans.
Holy pair of jeans. By the end, if we were going somewhere, I might be self-conscious, oh, I wish I didn't have these jeans on that have rips.
No, I get that.
So I just feel like black is a good.
I think too that when you're choosing something black, if you wanted to go for more of an athletic, athleisure wear vibe.
That's the problem, right? That word.
And this is for men, women, anybody.
That is what has gotten us here. Athleisure wear, and I love it. I wear it. But that has created so much gray area to what people think you can show up where, if you're going to go to, if you show up to a wedding, if we're on a wedding party and another artist shows up, whether they work for us or not, or we're just working with them, if they have on athleisure wear, but their skin is polished and clean, hair is clean, whether it's pulled back, snatch, whatever it may be, it reads still professional and clean, and
definitely
it's fine because everybody is kind of wearing athleisure wear right now. but say same person shows up and they have on athleisure wear and they are looking more like disheveled, like they just woke up and threw something
I'm
on.
gonna stop you right there because my biggest pet peeve is when you're on location and the other artist, like let's say we're just doing makeup and the hairstylist comes in and they are repeatedly telling people, oh my God, I had no time to get ready this morning. I literally just rolled out of bed.
Why are you even telling
flags
people
right
that?
there.
Why are you even telling people
Why,
that?
they don't have to know. They already know, girl, by the way you look.
And
Or boy.
and now you
Or boy.
now you're confirming that you are unprepared.
Correct.
And you either woke up late and it's just that's a big that one's a pet peeve and that happens constantly.
And let me just put a disclaimer out there. It has happened to me and Matthew. Like we have literally woken up, thrown ourselves together, and still shown up on
somewhere
time.
and whether
Nobody would know.
Yeah,
that
whether
we
it had
really
been for
felt
work or
got ready.
going somewhere that we had to be, like, I would never say it. You know,
Never.
it's different if you're having a conversation with somebody and they're like, "Oh my God, I was running so late." I'd be like, "Girl, me too. You should see I
Like
ran."
between us or the other
But
artists.
like when you walk into a room, especially if you're working a wedding and you start being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry.
I look like a garbage bag.
What's one of the things from when we first started working together
Yes.
that I always said when we're doing early morning weddings as far as reaching out to the bride?"
This is such a good tip, you guys. As soon as you wake up, send the bride a text message. Just send her a good morning message. You always say that, even if we're separate, it's something that honestly I really feel like has helped. Just so your bride knows that you are awake and you are aware that you have to be somewhere. It gives you a little bit of like flex. Let's just say you're running 10 minutes late. She already knows you are up getting your shit together.
That's exactly right. I said, I just feel like it makes such a big difference. And if you do hit traffic or something happens unexpected on the road, if you're now sending a message saying, I'm running late because there's traffic, like you just said, it's a follow-up message to your first one that they know you've been awake, they know you were running on time. If you send that message first, they could say to themselves, oh, they just woke up and now they're telling me they're running traffic. There's a million apps that everybody can check if there's traffic for real. And a lot of times I have seen this in person, which is embarrassing. Say a bridesmaid walks in late and says, oh, I'm sorry, I was running late. There was so much traffic on the southern state. And another bridesmaid's like, oh, that's so cool. I was just coming from the same direction and I hit no traffic. And
Especially if they live in the same town.
I'm like, oh, like just Jill, you have to, but it really makes a difference. If you just tell the bride or whatever, I guess it could apply to a lot of things, but it just, in our industry, it really does make them feel better because they know you're doing.
I feel like it gives them peace of mind as well because we always touch base with the bride the week of her wedding. Sometimes even if it's at a hotel, the night before, we'll always shoot them a text. Be like, just let me know what room you're getting ready in. So they know you're prepared for it. But if you don't have any communication and then you just show up and knock on the door and you look a mess,
Why?
oof, run for the hills.
Let me ask you something, because this actually just came to me when we were talking about this. Do you dress differently for different weddings, depending on like where we're going to get them ready?
Yes.
You do. I thought about it while I was.
Yes.
I do too, because like for instance, we were going to the Garden City Hotel yesterday, and I was like, "It's the Garden City Hotel. It's Christmas time. There's going to be."
It looked really beautiful.
It looked beautiful, and I felt like I was not going to wear athleisure wear.
And it was our last wedding of the year, so we wanted to turn it out.
No, it's true, but like I feel like that's something. Not to say that I'll show up as this at someone's house looking a mess, because I also think. For me, sometimes I take into consideration, like, if I have a wedding that's really, really early.
Like 3 o'clock early? 3 a.m.
If it requires me to be up, like, exceptionally early, or we're getting there for, like, 4:30 or 5 o'clock or something like that, for some reason, I feel like it's also more acceptable to, like, be in more of an athleisure wear.
I think that's
so
true.
early and it's kind of like the middle of the night. Not to say you're showing up in pajamas, but you know what I mean? Like,
Maybe a nice pair of like Lululemon leggings with like a pair of stilettos.
yes. I always think like to myself, like something I would travel on a plane with.
Ooh,
If those outlets are similar for me, like something that's like,
That's a really good one. Yeah.
it really makes a huge difference.
And I always say too, it takes 5 to 7 minutes
Yes.
to throw yourself together. And I don't care how old you are, what kind of makeup you have in your kit at
What kind of
home.
bathroom lighting you have?
Nothing, whether you're a man, female, anything in between. I give myself 2 to 3 songs. That is a rule of thumb. 2 to 3 songs to throw yourself together.
Yeah, that's fair.
And by the end of that third song, if you're like, ooh, I got 5 extra minutes.
Because sometimes when I have the most time is when I will actually like all of a sudden run behind because I knew I had so much time. But I think, yeah, that song thing helps. And I think it's just finding what I always tell people, like, find what works for you, like what's your bare minimum. Like for me, it's moisturizer.
All right, tell me right now. I want to know.
Really quick, it would just be moisturizer. I use L'Oreal Glotion and like a dot of Tarte concealer under each.
That's all we have on right now.
That's all I have on right now.
Lies.
I swear to God. Why would I lie? That's insane. Still for real. That's all I have on. You're definitely lying. I have. Don't make me do a breakdown.
I will do a breakdown when you're done.
No, for real. That's all I have on is like a dot. And I blended it all at the same time. I put like the Glotion and the L'Oreal drops on my hand, put the Tarte under my eye, and use that double-ended brush that like I love, and use that whole thing done. Oh, and I put Anastasia Brow Freeze in my
Okay, it looks good.
eyebrows. Not a thing, not a bronzer. You know the Glotion.
Same.
But you know the Glotion has color in it. But either way, I can be pale even in the winter. It just makes me upset. I don't like the way I look pale.
But I'm probably blending in with the wall right now.
No, I don't think
so you see me. All you see is black hair and black brows.
I mean, if anything, I was going to say that I feel like you might be like a dab.
Porcelain.
No, I don't think you look pale at all. If anything, I think you might be a little warm right now. Why are you thinking?
Coming for me, this one.
I didn't say anything. All I said was you was a little warm.
All I have on is a little. This is my go-to.
Maybe lies.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly what I have on. I have Rem Beauty by Ariana Grande. If you don't know it, check it out.
That?
Her Galinda Glow Drop Serum.
I've been using that. I didn't put that.
Delicious, delicious,
I like the way it
delicious.
smells a lot.
Delicious.
So I like you. Please don't. But okay.
I love the way it smells. It's a serum, adds a beautiful glow to the skin. And then I have a little bit of L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation on.
It's
Mixed with it.
You can say whatever you want, but you use that foundation more than anything. L'Oreal Infallible, like we have in our house alone, never mind our kids, House Labs. We have
Dior, Makeup Forever, Makeup by Mario.
what's that spray one that I loved for a while?
Oh, Era Beauty.
Beauty. Like we have so many different foundations, and your go-to is that.
You know why? Because the color is like my exact match.
430.
Don't come for me right now because I'm a little extra tan, but
430.
430 is my shade if anybody wanted to know.
Not really. You're not 430.
Yes, it is. I
knew
went
that's
down
what you were
from
gonna say.
460. I used to be 460.
In the winter, you're a lot.
And then I saw a picture of myself and I looked a little too yellow, so
I don't feel like you're four. I knew you were.
I were not being 420. Yeah, unless it's for something else. 415, no. 430 is the lowest I will go.
I do. I have come. I noticed that I've come to really appreciate them because even if we're on location, I ask you for that foundation.
It's me.
It's that, and I feel like I just know it works on a like. If I'm having a problem with someone's skin, like sometimes like if I feel like certain foundations separate, I feel like that does not. Young skin, old skin, textured skin. Shout out L'Oreal Infallible.
But anyway, so then I just have that on, then I have a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer.
A little bit.
I
You're
literally
the one
have
that
a little...
took up the pump glass.
No, it's a wand, like doe foot applicator.
Oh, I'm
just
sure.
one swipe.
Okay, so you understand.
Wait, let me finish. It's one swipe under my eyes. That's it. Buffed out, same brush as my foundation. And then I have a little bronzer on. A little bronzer, a little bit of blush, and some highlighter. That's it.
That's all.
And a little bit of brow freeze. But I do it all quick.
No, it looks.
One song I give
It
it to
looks very
myself.
natural, but
You ready?
I know when you put you're blinking yourself to pieces over there.
I can't see, guys.
I'll see you can see. I know what your swipe is of one swipe of a concealer, and I know that that is probably like most people's like 2 times, going over it twice. But
I'll
it
tell
does
you
look
that
really
it's
good.
not like when people are like repumping in the bottle, like especially with mascara, it's not like that. It's one out for both. I'm not double dipping.
Okay. No, I believe you. It looks really good. I'm just busting your chops. But
But I'll still at least do this if I'm wearing like joggers,
especially
high top sneakers.
Especially when you
Always.
are wearing something like that. That is when, if I'm wearing a hat, I will make sure that like my beard is immaculate.
Yeah.
Because you're wearing a hat and then athleisure wear and then you have a little bit of a scruff. I don't care who you are. Now you look unkept.
And you will see too, a man's version of a ponytail, if they don't have it, is a hat.
Absolutely. I wish
I've come to really appreciate that too.
because that is really what I do believe. That is the truth. A man's version of a ponytail or of a girl just throwing her hair up is a hat. And that's what I always have one on.
It might happen today.
I have a beanie right in the corner over there. It's staring at me.
I know,
Unless you
me
want to
too.
roast because I'm,
I-
I'm struggling as it is.
oh, I know, guys. It's Matthew's first day. No.
It's not my
It's a
first day.
week.
It's my first day filming an episode without my vape, which is normally in my pocket. And for me to be banging it on here is because I want to be held accountable.
We'll hold you accountable.
No, it's true. I don't know if anybody well, I'm sure people
Any vape queens out there?
Any vape queens out there. It's one of the hardest things. I used it to stop smoking cigarettes 6 years ago. Wow. Wow. And I realized, no, but you never hear me tell people I quit smoking cigarettes.
This is good.
Because
This is
I don't say it because I feel like because I started vaping right after, it didn't almost count. So I never say like, oh, I quit smoking.
I think that if it comes up in conversation, like let's say we're at a party or whatever, and people go outside to smoke, we'll still go outside with
true.
them.
And vape.
But you will make a point to be like, oh, I haven't smoked cigarettes in 6 years, but I vape.
Right.
You're never one of those like a closet smoker.
No, that's true. No, yeah, definitely. I agree.
And we've definitely smoked a ciggy here and there, but
Yeah,
it's
but
just
I
not
feel
the
like
same.
the problem is that I thought like, yeah, I've tried smoking cigarettes here and there and I don't even like them compared to my vape.
I love the aesthetic of it.
Yeah, you are like there's something about you that does like the artistic, like
European.
something about the way somebody looks
Like if there is a
especially
sexy
woman
man,
or a woman.
let's just say a man.
Okay, I'm just saying a woman just because when we were watching Housewives and Dorit smoked a cigarette, you were so
Fucking amazing.
I know. See?
People are saying hang it in the Louvre, and I agree.
I thought it was great too. I didn't bother me at all. But I have stopped vaping because it was out of control and it was the hardest thing to stop. And it's still a struggle. And I hope to say by the next time we're filming that I'm still doing it. But I have this little whistle
Guys, wish me luck today while I'm with him.
that I blow. And you hear that noise? That's me choosing to breathe air instead of my vape. That's what I tell myself every time on that whistle. Well, it's the truth. I'm just trying to be honest.
Yes.
It's a struggle, and I'm not looking for accolades. I'm just saying it's hard.
Going back to what we were saying about showing up looking sloppy and whatnot, it's been a very long time since people will take a smoke break.
Oh,
I feel like just because we're talking about this now,
oh wow.
to go like while you're doing someone's hair or makeup, I feel like it's almost looked down upon as when you show. No, it is
Worse.
as opposed.
Worse.
No one wants to smell the cigarette on your fingers when you're doing their makeup.
And let's just be
Period.
honest. A smoke break didn't even exist when you had my vape because I would just hit it whenever I wanted. I would just bend over. I would just, especially the person yes, that's even worse. But I would bend over,
Smoking their little
grab something,
computers.
vape. Go to the bathroom, wash my hands, vape. I never did that with cigarettes. I didn't go outside and smoke a cigarette every time I had a minute. But with the vaping,
No, even when we first met, you
no,
weren't
I was smoking
like
cigarettes.
that.
I never smoked like that.
No.
It's insane. And I know, just to wrap this up, that I was consuming so much more nicotine with the vape because when I tried to quit smoking years ago, I tried to use the patch and it made me not feel well because it was too strong. And even the lowest dosage of the patch made me not feel well.
But now,
When I used the patch to help me stop, it did not make me not feel well because I'm probably used to such a stronger amount of nicotine from hitting my vape all the time that the patch is working.
yeah,
So I'm using it. I hope to just keep going down in the dosage with that and keep blowing on my whistle. But I'll keep you guys posted.
I can.
Thanks for the encouragement.
Of course. No, it really is good.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's really, really hard.
I can't even deal.
Oh, another thing I wanted to say,
Yeah.
just to jump back to appearance
Yeah.
and showing up to work. If especially in our industry, we like it builds trust. Like when I know that when I do a trial for someone and they see my aesthetic or that I'm, put myself together, that my kit is clean. Like just not only
It's a kit, K-I-T.
kit.
Not
What'd you think? Kid?
You never know.
Oh God.
Just saying.
K-I-T kit. My makeup kit, your hair kit. Yes, I mumble. It's horrible. So it's, I'm trying, guys. But people notice not only your appearance, but they notice if your makeup brushes are dirty, if your hairbrushes
That
have
with hair.
hair hanging out of them. And that doesn't mean that you're a dirty person or you're not, clean with your, but like it happens. Hair extensions, especially, they shed so much and so many people use those. And when you're blowing them out, like you have to between bridal parties, especially. And if you can, even between people, like pull a chunk of hair out and throw it in the garbage. Bring gloves with you so you can just quickly clean your tools. People will appreciate it. I'm not saying if you're running behind to start cleaning your makeup brushes, but recently we were on a wedding and I was okay, let's be honest. At the time I was still vaping. So I was going in the bathroom to wash my hands. Was I washing my hands every time? Absolutely. But what was I doing in there every time? I was vaping. But at the time, when I finished, the bride actually said to me, and I had no idea that she noticed, she said, "Thank you so much for washing your hands between every person." Now, partially I felt guilty because I was like, well, I'm disgusting and I was vaping. But I really was washing my hands. So, and I've always been in the habit of doing that, and I'm still doing it even now. Remember I said to you over the weekend, I said, well, after we left the wedding party, I said, even though I'm not vaping, I did find myself still going to the bathroom to wash my hands between people and just to take like a minute,
No, I think that's
take a break and blow my whistle. So, but either way, those kind of things people notice. If your nails are clean, if your makeup brushes have like,
how you know about the nails? Because people always will make a comment on whatever color is on your nails, especially without close to your
hair
face.
color more on your nails than I do. So you're right.
And I'm always commenting on people's nails, like especially if they're in the bridal party. I'm like, oh my God, your manicure looks sick. I love it.
But if someone
they'll look at yours
notices
and
your
right away.
color on your nails, they're obviously looking at them.
Oh yeah.
Because even sometimes what I've said to somebody and I really genuinely just meant it for the color, where I'd be like, "Oh, I love your nail color," and they're like, "Oh, they look terrible. Don't even look at them." And I'm like, "Oh, they look actually great." But then when they point it out, I'm like, "Oh yeah, they are great." But I didn't bring it up for that reason. But you're right, it is definitely a draw when you have.
Basically, this happened to me. You guys know, last time I was here, I was gluing press-ons on in the car.
That's true.
On the way here.
Yeah, no, it's true. Because that's another little hack. We always say, male, female, whatever, keep a set of press-ons in your house, whether they be nude or whether they
Nude.
I'll bring back the word nude. We had a whole conversation about that.
No, but seriously, if you get a consistent vibe with your manicure, I would keep that set at home.
Right. Because we have many times, especially from hair color, like if I've done hair color before a wedding or a makeup job that the glove tore or something happened and I got color under my nails, you really can't get it out.
And we show up looking like mechanics.
Right. So you have to cut your nail down so far that it's like has a pulse because it hurts so bad. Or
always.
That's always what happens to me. Or you can throw on a press on and just cut it down to the size of your, the length of your nail and you would never notice. And you really kind of helped me because you always have press-ons. Since I know you've always had them around.
Oh yeah.
And then once we did that, I was like, oh, this is so easy.
Oh yeah.
And then I was going through that time where I was wearing white nails all the time and they were awful.
Tom Sandoval, shout out. You ruined white nails for everybody.
He really did. Unfortunately, I loved white nail polish and I stopped wearing.
Oh, you're trying to be Tom Sandoval?
That's why. And not because I felt like, oh, I can't wear it because he had made such a thing of it, but because then people thought I was trying to be like him and I was like, no. I've been wearing these white nails for a minute now, but
maybe we get a little glaze on top of that.
I know, it's true.
That looks really good.
So nails, hair,
skin, everything.
All things.
This is one thing that I meant to say before, but if you are a makeup artist and you are presenting yourself online to social media that you wear such beautiful makeup, you know how to really do your makeup, and you show up with not a stitch of makeup on your face. It is my personal pet peeve.
but not like
I'm not saying you have to show up like Friday night makeup.
right. But I've seen people that have no makeup on, but you can see their like skin is hydrated and
Yeah, that's fine, but I still think you need a little something.
a little something. And it's not because like you can't wear no makeup, but I feel like it's just like
You know,
you're
we
a
have a whole
makeup
episode about that.
you're a makeup artist, and I was taught that too. Like, how are you not wearing something to at least show? Yeah, like
How many times is it? I'm just gonna say
I
that.
really do.
How many times is it? How many times is it? Is that how you say it?
I felt it coming.
Back to this.
I was gonna say, how many times has this happened?
Yeah.
That's what you were trying to say.
How many times has this happened that we have been shown a photo
Yes.
of me or you
Yes.
wearing makeup, or even if we've shown up with, let's say, a little eyeliner on from the night before, we just refreshed it that morning, and someone has said, I actually want my eyes to look like that.
Yeah, that's very true. That's because one of my favorite makeup looks, and it works for my eye, and you wear it very similar to, like, I like a washy brown, like
Smudgy liner.
smudgy liner, top, bottom, and maybe a little black mixed in with the waterline. Like, that's my
of
favorite.
course.
So if you add mascara and a lash to that, and then just put like,
Sick.
what is that Stila thing?
Even if you just dip into your highlighter with your finger and pop it on your lid,
that's true.
it looks amazing.
A little highlight on your lid and mascara. It looks, you're right. People do ask for that a lot when we.
It takes 5 seconds to do.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a makeup artist, come on,
around
man.
yourself. But that's like, was Crazy always wears her makeup. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Shout out Crazy.
Shout out Crazy. But my friend Daniela, I call her Crazy. She calls me Crazy. It's not like it's a term of endearment. But Crazy always wears her eye like a washy brown and then up and out. It's just, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Makeup artist.
Yeah. Lisa Ren is big on that too. A washy brown.
But I think it's just so important if you're showing up and someone is like, this one's going to do my makeup.
Yeah.
And they have nothing on. Just have something.
Yeah.
You douse your face in highlighter.
And listen, you don't have to. Like, this is all just.
You don't have to.
Like,
That's my opinion.
Yeah, we're not coming from a place of like, not from like love. Like, you know, like, because we all have off days. You know what I mean? The circumstances, things happen. But for the most part, just remember, like, that if you're in this industry in particular, give yourself 5 more minutes. And you will feel better. I always feel better.
Always.
Always. Like, you just feel walk taller. You feel.
It's like when you put on
More
a pair of heels.
confident. Yes.
They'll be coming out later, don't worry.
Yeah, they actually are. And I always feel better, especially if I'm working and meeting other people in the industry, that I wasn't the one that they were like, oh, wow, like, I've seen them online. This is what they look like in person.
Yeah.
I think it's even worse if you do present yourself online with a certain image or a certain, like, way that you carry aesthetic or a certain way you carry yourself, but then in person, like, one time after the other, I'm like, I've never met that person that I see on their Instagram ever.
I know so many of them. I ain't gonna drop
in that person because I didn't say her, him, them. I'm just saying that
whoever you are.
there's a lot of them that I'm like, oh wow, I would never know. Would have walked right by them.
That has happened though.
That I wasn't gonna say.
It's just the real truth.
Right, and you're like, oh, that's so and so. And I'm like, that is absolutely not.
We're like, yes, it is.
I'm like, that's impossible.
And if you don't think people are saying that, you're wrong, honey.
They are.
They are.
They are. They're saying it. They really are saying it.
Oh.
So keep your shit together and show up.
That's the little product on that face,
A
girl.
little product on that face. And just remember, like, would you want somebody touching your face that had dirty nails or dirty makeup brushes or don't need to get me started on not having good breath. That should be a
We already covered that.
and giving no matter where.
I can't.
Right? I'm just saying, like, just refresh.
No, it's so true. Especially going into the new year, if it's something that you don't give yourself enough time on, make it a resolution. Give yourself more time. It will pay off in the long run.
And we're not talking a lot of time here. Just give yourself 5 minutes. Figure out how to get ready in 5 minutes. Here we go.
Yeah, before
we keep coming up with more and more expressions that are wrong.
I love it.
No. I'm just
That can be used for this, guys.
7 minutes. Oh,
Yeah.
don't even make me try and explain this right now.
No, but we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments on this.
Like, subscribe, like, and subscribe, please. We appreciate it
so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.